Hello. Yeah, I was here during day one. I commentated with Azriel, if you remember that. Um, and the past few weeks, I've been picking up a lot of work shifts. But I'm back. I'm back, and I'm gonna be commentating with Daza here. We've got the Moonlit River Park pick, and that one idiot's gonna be hovering over Axe Boy right now. And for the Survivor comp, we've got your standard rescue, harasser, and then 2 supports. Being that mech was banned, there would have been an option to use an explorer here, except for the fact that it's an axe boy, so those purple fireballs, if you try to hide properly, sometimes you'll accidentally pull a fireball and then the hiding isn't as effective. But this is a pretty standard comp. It's interesting. I know that one idiot likes to play a bit more of the non-meta hunters, so it's interesting to see that we don't. I always like watching gameplay where it's not the Dream Witcher Sculptor typical type of pull out first round. So uh, yeah, and I think during this match we can expect to see a lot of non-meta throughout this matchup, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I believe LBM's hunter. Oh wait, Ching hunts for LBM, yeah. Okay.
I do know they also have the #1 geisha of mainland China on the team too, so we may very
Oh,
well,
yeah.
especially after the geisha adjustment, see some geisha coming in. But yeah, let's just dive right into this one. Ooh,
It was
the
spawn 4 or
forward.
5. He takes his way. This is very standard route. I'm gonna find the forward first. He walked past the Mert, and the forward is what it looks like he's going to be settling in. He is running a teleport build, quenching effect. This is also pretty standard. Oh, yeah, he's going up, but not so much to get the window block. Oh, the priestess was here. That wasn't the Mert. Okay.
A nice dodge by the
Right.
forward there. Use of that football as well to get across the bridge and basically get rid of that purple flame speed boost to counter it. That way, however, has to leave another corrupt area here. So doing a great job transitioning, but ooh, it does manage to chip that hit. Still,
Yeah.
sadly, has to eat it there. We're doing the best he can possibly in this area. It's not really a great area to be in. There's not a lot for him to work with, but he uses it so far pretty good.
Yeah, it's really impressive. I mean, you just watch him play. Like, he's able to, Idiot's really able to make this area
Another
work with
dodge.
him. Even just getting the forward. You're looking around possible teleport. I think we can expect to maybe see that if this doesn't end up finishing up too fast here. This has already been a fantastic kite, though.
Yeah, Ford is doing an
Absolutely.
amazing job. I had to use pretty much all of his football, but he is giving his team a lot of time
Nice
to decode. Also, great job kiting away from the ciphers here. Now it will be up to the rescuers.
Merc's decoding Cipher Bridge. I think we can expect for him to. Okay,
this-
being that he forced the teleport, he forced the rescue early.
Ooh,
Nice
gets the
fireball,
flame!
nice. He is going to get the rescue though. And it's Merc's job here to not get double hit, so they need to split up.
Yeah. They did manage to get 2 owl pets out of the mercenary and still managing to flame it, so that's actually rather good for the X-Boy, even though he may not have been able to get the double down. Forward, once again, not in too great of an area, having ult there. This does give him opportunity to get away, actually get to the middle. This
So one thing you got to be careful of on this tent side, that it's looking like if they keep decoding at the rate that they're at, they'll end up with 3 ciphers on this side of the map. That's just what it looks like to me.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something you have to worry about in the late game. We do see the Seer going there. However, X-Boy did see that the Seer is going there as well, so he's definitely gonna take note of that. Nice Priestess Portal there to get them across the bridge. If you can manage to kite here instead of on the other side, it definitely gives them a lot of opportunity to decode. However, we did see that
at
the
this
forward
point-
was able to do a little portal trick there and basically just lose the X-Boy altogether. So really well done on the forward. Now, Seer getting chased instead. Did get chased off the Cypher, but so far, LBM is in really good shape.
It's really tough here for that one idiot because,
Ooh, gets another
Oh, he was
beautiful
able to
flame on the
get there.
mercenary.
but being that he is going on a whole new chair time and Merc lasts, I mean that was recently nerfed, but Merc still lasts a pretty decent time on the chair. This will give them an opportunity, especially with where he died, to be able to push some ciphers on the other side of the map, which is exactly what the survivors are doing. They're essentially like stretching him out beyond to the point where he's not able to pressure and camp at the same time, which is exactly what you want. This is great communication from the survivors. Merc knew exactly where to die, and he made it happen. Fortunately, that is the forward right there. Gets the snipe!
Wow.
Gets the snipe. This is going to be really tough, but this forward needs to be able to pull something off here. Look at that pallet break. That's some pretty nice pallet breaking right there.
Yeah, it's gonna be really rough for the forward to make a play here, knowing, ooh, gets another snipe! That one idiot is having somewhat of a really good comeback here.
Seer's about to pop. Hmm. There's no trump card, so abnormal's not on the table, which makes sense for a teleport build anyways.
Oh yeah, definitely. Ooh, this sadly not
Barely
get the
missed.
flame hit.
Barely missed.
Priest is doing her very best to continuously pressure that Cypher over there.
He's gonna break that portal, force her to use another one if she wants to keep decoding there.
We're very unlucky that ooh, tries to go
That
for the
cipher is
selfie there.
very close. That cipher is very, very close.
Yeah, we can see the Seer just being at 88%, so that means that they only need roughly 10% more decoding. But I wanted to say Priestess is still the one who is full health. She is out of portals though, so that is a bit unlucky on their part.
Takes the world portal. Okay. So at
Oh no! She went back through
She
it!
went back. She went back.
No, and now we have the forward who is not able to pick himself up. The mercenary who already took a few hits, so it does take a little while to pick himself up. And now
It's
we
gonna
have
be
the
all about
priestess
whether
being
this pop
shared
happens.
on this side as well.
If this pop happens, then it's anyone's game.
Yeah. It's all up to...
Okay.
So the Seer is down as well. Of course, Seer and Priestess both being able to still pick himself up. Priestess getting up here, healing
up
the forward.
Teleport, okay. Now at this point they need the communication to be able to just push this cipher together.
Yeah, no, they
Priestess.
definitely need to do so. We see the rescue coming in, gets the flame hit. It's still not primed enough. Oh, they managed to pop it!
Survivors up, forward's going to chair. I don't believe forward's dead on chair either. But being that
don't
Priest
think
is
so,
here,
indeed.
that gives him someone to chase.
Teleport is unavailable, so that's not too great for Idiot here. However, does have eyes on the Priestess, does see the mercenary in the distance as well, so this does give him some time to work with.
Seer's gonna push gate. Let's see. Priestess is pushing gate, so this is gonna be a tie at least. It's gonna be all about whether that Merc with Wanted is able to pull anything.
Yeah, so... Ooh, gets it open
Gate's
just in
open.
time, so now it's up to the mercenary to get somewhere. He is full health, so he's able to tank one regular hit with the detention, but he is out of items.
It's gonna be a dungeon escape. It's gonna be a dungeon escape. Dungeon's working. Dungeon's working.
And he cannot find the mercenary in time as well, so that's definitely...
These survivors are gonna get a 3-person elimination for round 1.
What amazing job.
That is absolutely fantastic. So what they did was
Really
what came down to is like forward was caught in a rough area. I mean that was kind of it was fortunate for the survivors that the forward was the one found, but after the second chairing, they were pressuring the ciphers so much that they kind of, stretched him out thin and basically made it so he couldn't put all the map pressure that he really needed to do in order to pull that out, because the ciphers were on that side of the map. It's just a matter of, like, the cipher rush was just happening so fast that it kind of went faster than what he would have been able to pressure on.
Yeah, so...
That's just kind of my takeaways from that match, is that they did a good job, one, getting the forward away with that portal. At that point, things were starting to get secured, but then that communication at the end of pushing the last cipher together, that kind of took the cake and secured this 3-person elimination for the survivors. And the fact that they were constantly pressuring rescue, which would have undermined at the end, after the final cipher pop, that kind of undermined his Idiot's ability to be able to pressure any of the gates, because if he went for a gate, then he'd just concede a rescue.
Yeah, it's exactly like you say indeed. So this is definitely putting a lot of pressure on Vendetta, needing a 4-man escape in their first round in order to win this match, which is really rough in itself. So they are definitely going to look for that 3-man escape, especially considering this is moonlit, so it's not really that much of a survivor side map as well. So once again, really well played from LBM. We'll be back in a second.
We good?
Mm-hmm. All right.
The band.
Yeah.
Hello! Welcome back. So this is going to be round one, part two of LBM versus Vendetta. Now, it is currently 3-1 in LBM's favor. The hunter only needs to get a one-man to tie the round. A tie or better will win this round for LBM and give them a really nice start there. So the LBM survivors had just absolutely fantastic communication round one, and we're going to see a Merc ban, which is different from the mech ban that we saw before. I personally like doing Merc ban. I mean, I picked that up in ranked a lot. Now, Merc did recently get a nerf, which made it so he's only got 3 elbow pads instead of 4. I feel like that was kind of the most meaningful part of his nerf.
Yeah, no, definitely. However, still, especially considering the map is Moonlit, getting the mercenary out of the game can do a lot because it gives you, as a hunter, more opportunities to apply some more map pressure. However, we do still have the forward in the game too, who can also dash with his football. We are gonna see a first officer as well. That's really interesting.
Okay, so about first officer, I feel I'm kind of seeing this is going to come out more in tournament gameplay, as more tournaments start happening and stuff. But I think when Merc gets banned, I think you'll probably see about a 50-50 split of whether you're going to see Gravekeeper or first officer. I don't entirely understand first officer's adjustment, but by what I understand, the pocket watch has been buffed. So that it like won't track him as he goes along. It'll be like separate images, kind of like 3 different images, and it'll be like a normal pocket watch, kinda. And then, but the thing that's most important is like the sort of tide turner effect that it has, where if you activate the pocket watch and you're about to go down, you'll actually get 5 seconds or whatever.
Yes.
I could be getting part of this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've been noticing.
No, that's pretty much how it works indeed. Like, this most noticeable adjustment on that is indeed that 5-second tide turner. Will it do a lot? We have to still figure it out how much it is actually worth in tournament gameplay. It does mean, of course, that he's less likely to be hit out of that pocket watch. However, as it's only 5 seconds, it may still be very well worth it to try and hit him out of the pocket watch if you are able to get to the first officer early on. On the chair, however, it does of course mean you're not gonna hit the first officer out of the rescue, because that will just give him an opportunity to get the rescue off.
It is going to be the geisha secured. And as far as like getting geisha, you don't really go a lot for the camp, you go for the double hit a lot more on the chair. So I mean, that kind of that kind of makes sense to go against like the first officer, is to just go for that double hit and not necessarily. So we're gonna see the same spawn. I believe this is spawn 4. Spawn 4 or spawn 5, I can't remember. And we're seeing a similar route here. Seer's in this corner here. Seer Seer is a pretty good counter against Geisha. In my opinion, same with forward. And first officer is obviously going to be a good pick. But we see this area. This Geisha is probably going to pick up on some of these footprints here. Yeah, we can see that going on. And this Seer is going to be going ahead to 4-step. Closing some distance here and going to be able to get a first hit on the Seer.
It was a beautiful first dash, going right in, not giving the Seer the opportunity to check it out. Is able to get behind that obstacle just before the Geisha manages to dash. Does dash through the pallet over here, but doesn't really do a lot as the Seer does have enough distance. Also the ult is back, so are gonna see it here.
There's the owl. And just as far as looking at the map goes, this is just what I'm thinking of, is if you die here, who are you dying on? And it looks like Lolly's in the area, and that's your mechanic. So you want to try to get as far in the corner as possible when you think you're about to go down.
Ooh, and there
we see Max here.
That's a beautiful early down.
Yeah, it was beautiful job by this Geisha. Beautiful job.
Those are some great dashes once again. We have seen some amazing gameplay from this Geisha already, especially after adjustments. We are gonna see here.
Oh, you can throw the butterflies now. I forgot about that.
The mechanic.
That was part of the adjustment.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great use of that adjustment there. Getting ice onto the mechanic. Ooh, is able to juke it there, but this is a really rough spot. Having the Seer on it here early on. Beautiful pellet stun, however. But yeah, having the Seer on it here this early on, they are not going to be able to rescue before half as well.
Yeah, this is a rough setup for the survivors at the moment.
Yeah, no, definitely. First officer does get the body block off here due to that illusion effect that he has. Geisha not really sure which one of the two is that Seer. So great job from the first officer there. Still sadly, Seer will go down. This Geisha is on her best game right now.
Yeah, for sure. This down secures the tie for this Geisha. Anything she does is just extra points now. She wants to get at least one more elimination, but I think for all... Oh wow, I didn't even know that was possible. I like that.
We are getting some great new dashes firsthand.
Yeah, I love that, I love that. I still don't understand this hypnotizing effect or whatever. Maybe that's just...
No, basically what happens is, how do I explain it? So you enable the pocket watch and then the after image will be 1 second late. If you press it again, it will go into 2 seconds. So you have to consistently press the pocket watch in order to lengthen your pocket watch time and your delayed image.
Gotcha. Forward's
nice
gonna be here
support from the forward here.
This Geisha's making the right move, switching targets.
Yeah, so we do see that the first officer still has one pocket watch available. The mechanic not able to decode at all with everyone being injured, and also getting found here. No one is able to rescue unless the forward gets off that stun on chair. First officer could, of course, potentially try something with that pocket watch, however, it's definitely not recommended, and indeed they are gonna heal up here.
Yeah, the way I see it, that Geisha made a very key move in hitting that forward because that forces them to regroup. Because if that hit never went through, then they would have been able to just get the rescue. And it's a Geisha, so that'd probably only be a one hit.
Ooh, misses the stream there.
Yeah, what's going on? That's going to be an after half, so another after half rescue. Oh, that miss. Okay.
So the Geisha is trying to go with the tighter tuner effect on the officer.
Excellent hit on the mechanic here.
Yeah, so this Geisha is doing an amazing job.
This down secures the win. So now at this point, it's officially just extra point. And we're gonna see, goes on to the, who is this? Forward.
And so, the first officer doesn't have any items and both survivors are injured. Forward does have some football left, so he could still try and kite. However, oh no, he misses the stun! Oh no, that's so unlucky. I was about to say the forward can use his football, of course, to dash away, but since Geisha has the butterflies, she can just dash right back onto the forward, so it's not that effective. Tried to get the stun there though, but sadly missed it.
You can see just this excellent navigation here from the Geisha, being able to go across the bridge multiple times. Reaches the first officer here. Now, if you're this Geisha, you pretty much just want to prevent the heal. That's kind of what you're going for. Secure your slugging, force the self-heal. If you're going for those extra points. Now, at this point, this is when you switch, because forward stood up. Unless you decide to force both the self-heals out, which this Geisha could very well do.
She is trying to look for the forward here though.
Yeah.
However, she does also acknowledge that the first officer is out of items, so he is an early down, or an easy down. And the Geisha has a lot of time to work with. These are both survivors with a huge debuff and decoding. There's 2 ciphers remaining, and the dungeon is on the other side of the map, which Geisha of course knows as well.
One cipher's at about 50, one's about like 70. I don't foresee us being able to get to a point where those ciphers are going to get to come.
No, definitely not. So it will be up to the forward to, or the first officer, if he managed to pick himself up, to get to the dungeon to at least get a one-man escape. It will still, of course, mean that this round will go to LBM instead of Vendetta. But there is not a lot they can do here on that.
Yeah, at this point, everything's been secured.
They're just trying to get at least someone out of there to basically not get too big of a point gap on LBM if it will matter in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this forward is at least doing a good job being able to avoid this Geisha here. It was very interesting to see, like, we've seen characters that in like tournament gameplay are not common for round 1 picks, but
sadly,
Geisha made it work out.
Yeah, no, this Geisha, I mean, like we said, this is the first Geisha from mainland China, and they showed us several times already why they are, why they hold that title, because they are doing a wonderful job. I think they only tied 1 match with Geisha, other than that they only got several wins in, so yeah, their Geisha is just built different. I cannot make anything else out of it. Vendetta put up a wonderful game, of course, they tried their best, but getting an early down on that Seer, getting that rescue after half while the mechanic was being chased, all these little things in the early game made it so that they got that it basically just snowballed out of control fairly quickly on for Vendetta in LBM's favor, and that's why we see the 4-man in the end. Really well done from LBM though.
I agree with everything you said. I do think the key thing that happened to these survivors was the 2 rescues after half. If both of those were before half, things could have been very differently. We could have been looking more at like a tie, but because the rescues were after half, that Geisha was able to secure things a lot faster and stay ahead of the Cypher Rush.
Yeah, exactly.
But you saw the last Cyphers by the end there, one was at about 70, one was about 50. You think, give them 2 extra chair times, they might have been able to pull it off, you know?
Yeah, no, and like we see on the decoding, it's indeed almost 5 ciphers that they managed to decode. Also, we see on the containment that most of them actually almost got to the 60 seconds, first officer even getting 125 seconds, which is a lot, but just because, like you said, with those rescues after half, It made it really rough for the survivors to come back from that, which they in the end sadly were not able to do so. So really well played once again from the Geisha.
Yeah, for sure.
And
So that concludes round one. Round one goes in favor to LBM. Points are currently, is that 8-1?
that's 8-1 indeed in favor of LBM.
All right. So we will see you all for round two.
Welcome back everyone to the second round of Vendetta versus LBM. So currently LBM is in the lead. They won the first round 8-1. Really wonderful job getting in the 3-person escape against Idiots, X-Boy, and then finishing it off with a 4-man elimination with the beautiful Geisha. So this is, it's gonna be interesting to see how Vendetta is gonna come back from this one.
Yeah, so we're seeing the mechanic and the seer. Now, the thing I like about the seer nerf on this map specifically is that in tournament gameplay, we almost never see Priestess on this map. So by banning seer, you cut off support, and by playing mechanic, you're almost cornering them into playing triple rescue unless they try to target comp something.
Yeah, indeed.
We aren't allowing Broken Wheel, right?
Breaking Will is not allowed just yet. He will be allowed in the playoffs, however. So
That's
from
what
next
I
week
thought.
on, we will be able to see the Breaking Will if anyone decides to play him, of course. And we're not sure if any of the teams are actually gonna be able to pull out that Breaking Wheel, considering that, of course, definitely his controls are fairly hard. However, on the other hand, for example, from Legacy, All For One, probably someone everyone knows that is watching right now. He is someone who plays Breaking Wheel, for example, so in case he steps in, maybe we'll see a Breaking Wheel, but it's not even sure that we're gonna see that, as Legacy, of course, has other hunters too. And the same goes for several other teams, it's just an example. But hopefully we'll see some Breaking Wheel in the playoffs, but it's definitely not guaranteed.
And we see exactly kind of like what I was thinking was going to happen by banning Mechanic and Seer. Look, they're forced into basically playing into Triple Rescue.
Yeah,
And
indeed.
Triple Rescue can work, it's just very risky if the first kite isn't good.
Yeah, however, we do have the Explorer coming in, so Explorer known as the hiding champion in Identity 5. So in case he is able to hide, and it will come down to one of the rescuers getting that first chase, they may definitely be able to pull something off. But yeah, it's gonna depend a lot on that first kite.
Explorer hiding champion? Nah, that's magician. That's all magician.
I mean,
Magician.
depending
forever.
on the person you are asking, they may say so. Because
that
I
right,
do know
Doc?
Joggy is
You're
watching
here.
too. But yeah, I have also seen Explorer being able to hide for 3 minutes, consistently getting a dungeon escape. So I am
Oh, that's
definitely
me. I'm completely
putting
blind.
it.
That's literally me.
I think we've all
I've
been
had
there.
moments on stream where I like go an entire detention looking for an explorer.
Yeah, I can
Oh.
imagine. It's really rough, especially if he's not injured or anything. So especially on Arms Factory, which is a really good map for him to hide as well. There's a lot of corners, there's a lot of grass and such. So that definitely does work in the Explorer's favor. But
Interesting
we're
I'm seeing a Bloody Queen.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
I'll just comment. I feel this is me personally. I mean, I've been playing Bloody Queen since like forever until I recently dropped her for Anne. I've never liked going Bloody Queen against Triple Rescue. Like that was pretty much my kryptonite there.
Yeah, no, this is definitely a very rough team comp for Blood Queen. The mirror doesn't work on Explorer, or it doesn't reveal his mirror image. Once he is small, then we have the Mercenary who is able to kite the mirror, we have the Gravekeeper who is able to tank a mirror hit, and then we have the Ford who is also able to dash away from the mirrors. So it's really gonna be rough on this Blood Queen, and it's gonna be very interesting to see how the Blood Queen is gonna deal with this. And I'm definitely gonna give you a free reign to comment on that Blood Queen, as you are definitely one of the most knowledgeable persons on Blood Queen.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. And it looks like we're going to be starting the match. So, one thing I will comment is that Arms is definitely a favorable map for Blood Queen. It was probably my second or third favorite map for Bloody Queen. I mean, some will say it's like the best. I really liked all the mirrors on Lakeside that I could use. I liked Lakeside and Moonlit because they were so open. And then maps that are kind of like more closed off where you can block line of sight and stuff. I found that those have been harder to play, but then this map is like the right size for. And we're probably gonna see standard comp. Yeah, this is pretty standard. So we got the right down, blink. That pretty much won't change no matter who you're really looking at. And it looks like Explorer's here. Will she catch sight of the Explorer? No, she does not. No, she does not. This Bloody Queen was taking the route, though.
Yeah.
Exactly what she was doing. Standard is either to go... I like checking 3 pallet first before I go here, but...
Ooh, did she see the marks there? Did she actually see the marks there? Yes, she
There
did!
it is!
Oh no, that's so unlucky! That's so unlucky for the Explorer.
Oh, that's rough on Triple Rescue.
Oh no, that's such an early down. Oh no, how
Only one
unlucky for
year.
Vendetta. And what a great start for Blood Queen. This is all she
Especially
needed.
Triple Rescue. Like, this is exactly why Triple Rescue is risky. Like, it can be good if Explorer's not found and if the kite's good. But now you see the coding is set way behind. Ciphers, we got 2 at about 50, and then one that's like 15. That's about where we're at. Hit very far out on the Gravekeeper. These mirrors are fantastic.
Oh,
We'll see if she
yes.
switches.
Blood Queen
No,
is doing a beautiful job.
At this point, she's kind of secured herself a lead in the game, and now she just needs to defend it. That's all she really needs to do. It'll be all about whether Merc decides to hug or go for the rescue, but I have a feeling that's going to be a rescue.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case. However, he does get... Oh no, his elbow pad going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, after that elbow pad, now you just gotta run.
Oh, it gets the
Excellent
blink!
blink.
Canceling the second one. This Blood Queen is definitely...
Double hit on Merc.
Oh
This
no.
is how you play Bloody Queen.
Wow, this Blood
I
Queen
approve.
is doing amazing. Cutting off the Mercenary like that, not giving him any opportunities to do anything whatsoever. Mercenary crawling into that corner, not giving the Blood Queen too much opportunity to control the map anymore, but they are really far behind. And this is gonna be really rough for Vendetta to at least pull a tie out of it.
3 pallets about primed. They're healing up at around there. I don't know if they can make that before half. Maybe. That's gonna be close.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no,
oh
forward.
No, the forward is getting cut off as well. Has to use his
For some
football to
reason,
get
I
it
thought
down.
that was a mech, and I was like, that's not happening before half. But then I was like, no. No, that's not what's going on. Okay, good follow-up stun. That's what you need.
And the Mercenary going in with his elbow pad to make the most out of that forward stun. Blood Queen deciding to change targets here. Ooh, barely missed.
Changing targets is the right move, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Force them to heal whenever you can.
And the forward is pretty much just cornered here. Especially does not have football left, so there's not a lot he can do. He had to use half his football to get around the Blood Queen, get the rescue up in the first place, then of course more football to get the Mercenary out of there safely. And they kinda screwed over the forward himself, which is really sad to see. And now once again they're in a situation where no one can rescue, they have to heal up, and Dungeon is not even available.
I don't even think rescue's happening, like I'm gonna be honest. Gravekeeper's approaching. It's not before half, that's for sure. If I was this Bloody Queen, I might actually go on the aggressive attack and try to get the Merc that's decoding. I mean, you got 4 ciphers left, so, I mean...
Yeah, this Blood Queen has all the time in the world. The Gravekeeper is going for that rescue on the forward there. However, the forward will not be able to do a lot. It's just gonna be a matter of waiting out that tide turner. Doesn't have any football left.
The first kind of unfortunate move, so.
Who does miss the mirror over there. And the blink as well. Ooh, doesn't get the full overtime. That's unfortunate. Almost managed to juke out the blink there, but Blood Queen's still making it work.
Excellent recovery though from that mirror. The thing about that mirror was that when she switched, she was on the other side of that window, so she didn't get to have the sandwiching close-in effect that she really needed to have. You know? So forward's eliminated. They're gonna try to heal. I don't think there's really any progress in the map. Yeah, there's like next to no progress on the map. This is gonna be... This is almost guaranteed to be a win for the Hunter here. Which is gonna put Vendetta's Hunter in a very, very tough scenario.
Yeah, definitely. It will be really hard for Idiot to come back from this one. However, like I said, Idiot is an amazing hunter. We've seen some great hunter rounds from him so far. So if anyone can do it, it's definitely Idiot. But yeah, this does definitely put Vendetta at a disadvantage. However, if they can still manage to at least get one survivor out of there, they might still be able to drag in this round. It all comes down to whether they can get the dungeon or not.
Now at this point, oh, well, Grave is in the open. This is where it's gonna come down to. He's gonna dig. Okay, dig in later. That's the plan. Mirror's gonna come. That's gonna be right on. Yeah, good job. It would have been nice if she was able to get that hit there before needing to switch, because then she would have been able to have an easier follow-up on Gravekeeper. Although Merc is just gonna go down. And if you're this Gravekeeper, what you want is a syringe. Actually, Gravekeeper's not injured. That doesn't really
No. He indeed doesn't want a syringe. He does get a syringe though. You kind of jinxed it for him, I'll be honest. You kind of jinxed that one for the poor Gravekeeper.
I jinxed it, as you said. That's me though. You get a syringe when you're full health, and then a perfume when you're injured. You know, that's the type of thing.
Yeah.
Lucky guy, you know.
Ooh, nice prediction from the Blood Queen. And there we have the Gravekeeper acknowledging that there was nothing he could do. The Mercenary, of course, with his shell shock, it's gonna take a long time for him to pick himself up.
Not the people switch. Merc picks up. This is...
Oh, it goes down at the same speed to pick himself up. It's so unfortunate. Now back onto the Gravekeeper here. He's not gonna be able to self-pick or get anywhere. Yeah, we do see the Gravekeeper just standing still, basically accepting their fate, knowing that the dungeon's all the way on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that's a 4-person elimination for LBM. Now, Vendetta's Hunter needs to 4-man or no man. That's what this comes down to.
Yeah, basically, if they do not manage to get the 4-man elimination, that will mean that LBM wins the second round too. And since this is a best of 3, like probably everyone knows by now, it's gonna be a win for LBM. So there is a lot of pressure on Idiot here. Like I said though, Idiot is an amazing hunter. If anyone is able to pull it off, it's definitely him. But we're gonna see how it comes down.
So, I haven't been following the whole time. So, Idiot, he played, what has he played so far? He's played Bon, has he played Bio? Axe Boy. I think we'll see an Axe Boy ban. I think that will probably be a given, especially because it's Arms Factory. So we might see... Bon is kind of a tie, though. I don't know what he's going to play. Maybe he'll whip out something new. He plays a lot of Hunters.
He definitely plays a lot of Hunters, so we can definitely expect anything from him. It's going to be really interesting to see. Maybe he will come back with the Axe Boy. Maybe he'll just pull out something else.
I mean, he's... very good Ripper, very good Ripper, very good Bio. I think he's fiddled around with Anne quite a bit. Who has recently found her way into the meta after her adjustment. And that's like the character that I've been spamming lately, so... I love playing Anne so much. She's broke now.
Yeah, I can't imagine. However, we will be back in a second. Alright, welcome back to pretty much the deciding round. whether Idiot will get a 4-man elimination or not. If he does not manage to do so, it will mean that LBM is gonna win between Vendetta and LBM. However, because this is still this is the round before the playoffs, it doesn't mean Vendetta will be eliminated if they lose against LBM. Both of these teams will actually make it to the playoffs as they are in the top 3 for their division. This is Division B that's currently playing. So it doesn't really matter what the outcome will be. Both teams will still make it to the playoffs. However, it will mean that LBM is taking the 2nd spot in Division D.
Yeah, so looking at this, we see the Axe Boy ban. We kind of figured that was going to happen. And then the Seer Mech, which is the same bans from last round. Okay, so yeah, let's see that and let's see that and I want to see that happen. Let's see all my favorite characters being used. We'll probably see the triple rescue. The thing that I like about Anne a lot is that she eats up triple rescue like a boss. Like, her chase is very good. Her cooldowns are short, which makes it very good against triple rescue, because the only way you're able to win against that is with an early down. They might... Oh, and the nice thing about not first off. The nice thing about Anne, as a side note, is that she is a very good counter to first officer. Because if you get the cat, like, even if they use the pocket watch or whatever, like, the cat will still hover over, like, where the survivor's at. So the pocket watch is essentially meaningless except for the tide effect. No, you switched to Vio. You switched to Vio.
Oh no.
Help.
Idiot, you really broke Music Man's heart there. However, I do want to point out, on the Survivor side, I am not sure if they are gonna lock into this team comp, but Prospector and Better and the Coordinator, that's gotta be really interesting. This is definitely a team comp you do not see a lot. They may actually be, and that's also why probably Idiot is considering playing someone else other than Anne. Because this team comp does kind of counter her with the flare gun, with the balls being able to hit the end back when she jumps, and then the Prospector, of course, we all know how he counters.
Prospector is the hardest counter to Anne in this entire game.
Yeah.
Like, say that right now. Like, the stuns do nothing against him.
No,
but I want to see him play the Anne so bad.
Yeah, but you are gonna get the Anne regardless. Idiot is really confident in making that work. He is putting himself out here saying, I do not fear your team comp, I'm just gonna play Anne and I'm gonna 4-man.
Yeah, I want to see that happen. Let's go. So if you're going for the win, it's been standard tournament practice with Anne. I mean, if you watch gameplay by DX, I believe, was it GG's Hunter? I know there was another Hunter that played in Anne and Koa. There's a lot of mind gaming you can do against coordinators to make them, like, you can dash towards them, but, like, end up swiping to go behind a tree and whatever.
No, I know what you mean with the church wall that was being used to block the flare gun. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I was referencing. Like, there's certain tricks that you can do. And we're gonna see Shack spawn, and yeah, the key spawn was, shoot, that was the No Man's one, right? I believe
I think it's
that was the key. Something around there, yeah. Batter's here, that's the first guy. That's going to be first guy. Now, the thing that's hard about this is definitely an anti-Anne comp.
Ooh, great dodge! Beautiful dodge!
Excellent move! Excellent move. That's Prospector.
Prospector on No Man's Land, though.
I want to go against that.
So it's not a great area to have to start your kite from. Drops down that magnet kinda early too.
Good hit on Prospector, nonetheless. This is the teleport build, which is what I like to run. And you can see an attempt was made to try to get the cat there to cancel out the coding sum. But now he's got a magnet. This isn't gonna be tough.
Ooh, and there we go with the
ball
magnet canceling that one stun there. But we have the cross coming in.
Excellent job with the cross!
Beautiful play from Idiot there. Taking that magnet, cancelling out the first cat, and then coming back in with that cross. Ooh, but...
Yeah. You're coming from behind the chair. That's exactly what you need to do. Now, if I were him, I would probably cross to the chair. Yeah, I see that's
what we are gonna see indeed. Now we have the mercenary coming in. Beautiful elbow pad pass, the end there. Doing what he needed to do, taking that cat, not getting hit before the stun, which is something you want as a rescuer, otherwise you will get the double hit.
So take a look at what he did there. What he did was he made it so that...
Ooh, beautiful dodge from Prospector. And the follow-up pellet stun.
So, yeah. What he did there was he went out of range of the magnet, and what that did was it reset the magnet. When he was over at shot, that was like 20 seconds ago or whatever, but that was the thing. Excellent dodging. This batter's gonna go down. Will he change targets?
Doesn't seem to be the case. This does slow down the decoding progress with a lot, though.
That is the right move to stay on Prospector. See, this is exactly why Prospector is a pain against hand. You saw the magnets cancel all of the stuns. So this is why Prospector is one of the hardest candidates. It's like playing Magician against a Clown. Like, you can play very well, and yet you're still going to get countered. That's the type of thing we're looking at.
Ooh, he gets it down here once again. So Prospector, of course, bit of a rough start because Idiot had some amazing plays. Prospector was able to have somewhat of comeback. Also with a bit of help from the batter, but Idiot can. This is definitely still anyone's game. Depends on what's gonna happen with this rescue, and the coordinator is gonna take that cat. But sadly, it was out of range.
He's gonna use the gun here, give him a rebound.
Ooh!
There.
Gets the gun off just in time.
It's all about whether Prospector, though that was enough to get away. Because right now everyone's injured, and it feels like a lot of time has passed, but Cypher Rush has been slow this match.
Yeah, because we had the batter being the first target, then also coming into harass at the first chair, and also after that first Prospector chair. Prospector going down here sadly, so that means both Cord and the Prospector are down. Mercenary and also having that decoding debuff, so that's why Cypher Rush is somewhat slow here.
Yeah. Oh, see, self-heal just happened. He's gonna go after Cord here, though. This is Deep Ruins here. This is what we call Deep. Up towards the front, that's what we call Sandbag. For the longest time, I was confused about that.
Sadly, the coordinator had to use a gun already to help the Prospector escape, meaning that she sadly doesn't have anything to work with. Both rescuers are still injured, so it's definitely not a rescue you want to pull off against an hand.
Sandbags is about 75, so we'll just comment on that.
Almost manages to dodge. Great use of the elbow pad though, but still has to take the hit, and also is too far from the chair likely. Unless, ooh! She got stuck on that tree and did still make it just in time.
Oh yeah, centering in on the Cord is the right move because you need a secure elimination to get this 4-man. Ah, good. Still got the stun off. Still got the stun off. So now what you need to do is you need to chair Cord and then camp Mercs. Just camp Merc right there because it's not like Batter's going to be having an easy rescue anytime soon.
Oh, it seems like the N is not gonna take any risks with that final Cypher. However,
Okay, yeah, that's what's happening.
oh no, he
Excellent.
did not get the hit off in time.
He has done it! And
Wow,
supremacy.
idiot actually, well, not just yet, because the mercenary will be able to struggle free. Still probably gonna be a 4-man, but there is an opportunity for LBM here. I am not too sure yet though if the batter already used his self-heal or not.
See, he didn't even have to go for the cat, he just kind of went for the mine. So now he just needs to get to batter and prevent a heal.
And that's exactly what he does.
That secures everything. Idiot has done it! This will be going to a round 3.
What an amazing round from Idiot, and I think Idiot definitely showed here why we have seen and so much in Call of Abyss. Also, we have seen and several times in ICL. And we have also seen a lot more ants in rank 2. Definitely after that buff she got, she became tournament viable. Even better than Blood Queen in tournaments at this moment.
Yeah, and like I was a Blood Queen main for like the longest time, and I still say Anne is better than Blood Queen. Like, that's not just Daza saying that. I genuinely think that Anne is replacing Blood Queen.
Yeah, no, definitely, because at least
Just
in my opinion,
stat-wise.
she may have less map pressure. However, she has a lot more to work with regarding camping and such. And she does have to jump, so it's not like she sacrifices too much map pressure. It's just that Blood Queen has somewhat more. But yeah, the fact that Anne actually can stuff rescues where Blood Queen cannot does put Anne in favor in tournament gameplay.
Well, another thing to note is, I mean, you look at Dream Witch, Sculptor, Bond, like basically essentially the big 3 here in the meta. They all have shorter cooldowns, but Bloody Queen's cooldown is just...
Yeah.
It takes about half a minute per mirror.
Yeah, no, they definitely kill
where
Blood
Anne
Queen
can pull
with
another
that.
one up about every... if you call it back, it's, I believe, like 8 seconds at full presence or something like that. Like, the cooldowns are a lot less, and you can get earlier downs that way.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it's
What you need against like triple rescue or heavy rescue comps is you need that fast down, and that's where Bloody Queen kind of suffers. I mean, we saw in part 1 of the round that it can be done. It's just and with the calling back of the cats is more forgiving, and ultimately not a lot is sacrificed for just how much the chase
yeah, definitely. I also see someone in chat saying Anne is cat Blood Queen, and I think that's definitely a comment.
That sums it up. That sums it up.
Anyways, so this resulted in a 4-man, which means that this round will be tight, and we are gonna see a 3rd round between Vendetta and LBM. So definitely stay here for a bit. We'll be right back.
Hello! You're live, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely
Nice! That was a great start. We're live, right?
Alright,
Dream-
we are back with the third round.
Yep, Dreamwatch exploit bans. I was gonna say it before it actually happened. Like, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Survivors?
banning Ching's exploit, definitely fair. I think everyone in the NAU server does not want to face Ching's exploit.
I think that's fair. And in Hospital, be interesting to see how this plays out because Hospital got some changes. You want to talk some more about those?
Oh yeah, so because we were actually talking about this upstream as well, there is the change with the window, of course. I think everyone has seen it by now who has been playing rank or quick match. So the left window from the birdcage in Hospital got changed into a pallet, and the idea was to basically nerf the hospital area, but actually it turned out to be very survivor-sided. Like, even more so than it already was, because right now you can just run into the hospital from basically every side of the map. So that definitely puts survivors at an advantage early game. And that pallet is definitely got pallet too, so...
I'll elaborate on that. So, I'll give you a specific example of what I'm talking about. So, if you have your games open or whatever, look at spawn group 1 on Hospital. That is the forest spawn, and you'll see that there is a spawn front gate. Now, what we're talking about is, normally, if that was a survivor that's chaseable, they will be very, very exposed when they're in that first area, and a lot of times you won't be able to... you won't be able to do a whole lot in there, and it'll just, give the hunter first down, or at least get them a hit before they run into Hospital. But now, when you get front gate spawn, you just run into Hospital. So, even though it's kind of, I guess you could call it like a Shadow Priestess nerf, every other character benefits from this. Like, just across the board.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, that definitely did not work out, or I assume it did not work out as the devs wanted it to be. I'm wondering if we are gonna see another change in Hospital because of that, but for now, sadly, all the hunter mains out there will have to deal with this new Hospital area, and with that spawn basically being ruined.
Yeah. I won't be surprised if we see the Sculptor. The Sculptor is a pretty strong pick for this map.
Yeah, no, I mean, Sculptor is a really strong hunter in general. We have seen even more Sculptors than Dream Witches in Call of Abyss as well. For good reason, she is definitely making her way, or I shouldn't even say making her way, she is already up there in the hunter meta.
Yeah, for sure. Now, one thing that has changed since she first came out is a lot of times the up-down teleport has been more across the board popularized over the blink. Only exceptions would be probably this map in particular. But reason being is that before, like, players didn't know how to counter Sculptor or Kiter when she first came out, and just across the board she was a lot stronger than what she has been now, at least by what I've noticed. There's more counterplay towards Sculptor now than what there once was, and that's kind of leading to the detention build. It's kind of more of a tie comp, but given the points and stuff, this is exactly what he needs. So this is going to be spawn group 5. If you've come to watch any of my streams, you know how strongly I feel about this spawn. I hate it so much. Reason being is that everyone spawns Hospital or Ruins. And we can see he's going to the shack spawn. See, look, right now, they just ran straight to Ruins, so you either have to chase Ruins or Hospital when you get this spawn, which is why this is my least favorite spawn in the game. We see we find first Officer first, and someone else is in this area.
Yeah, the Priestess is the other one in the area. She is being found here, though. Huh. Ooh, gets the statue because of their hiding spot basically being revealed. So this is kind of rough on Priestess actually.
This is not where you want to be found as a priestess. Obviously you're a lot better off in Factory. You see, it is the teleport. So it's up Snowflake. That's actually not something I've seen often. I don't know that I've seen that at all. It's very interesting. A lot of times it's the up-down teleport when you run something. Priestess is still buying a considerable amount of time, given everything.
Priestess is doing to dodge those statues, but could only do it for so much. Seer, however, almost finished the cipher. We have Explorer who almost got his page too. So they're not in terrible shape. However, they have to be really wary here because it is a sculptor and generally you do not really want to rescue too early from her, as that will only feed her more presence, and once she gathers that full presence, beautiful statue hit by the way on the seer there, but yeah, what I wanted to say, once she gathers that presence, there is no way you are gonna get a combat fight. Oh no, gets hit out of the pocket watch there.
Will this be a stuff? Will this be a stuff?
This is a stuff.
It is a stuff. That was a very key moment.
Beautifully played from Ching there. But that's indeed a huge moment. Now at full presence too, because that was a terror shock as well.
And you can see Seer's only a one chip, so...
Oh no, this was definitely a huge turn in favor of LBM.
Yeah, these survivors have to play for a win. If they don't get a 3-man here, then that concedes the victory for LBM. This is exactly where LBM wants to be. Exactly where LBM wants. That Explorer has to go for the rescue at some point. If that's coming, that's after half for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. However, yeah, even he has to make the rescue, of course. It needs to be a 3-man, they cannot let anyone die here. However, there's not a lot they can do. This is a full presence sculptor, the seer is down, Al is still available, but since this is a full presence sculptor, it's not gonna do much. She can just chip that off with that full presence ability.
Alright, yeah, so...
Yeah, it does seem like they are gonna let the first officer go, acknowledging that they are not gonna be able to pull off a rescue against the full presence sculptor. However, that does of course mean that LBM has won over Vendetta in the last round before the playoffs. Like I said, we are still gonna see both teams in the playoffs anyway, as they both made it into the top 3 of Division B. But we're just gonna play it out and see if Vendetta is gonna be able to still get an escape off of this of Ching's sculptor.
Yeah, for sure. So now it just comes all down to, as far as this match goes, Explorer's staying small, so large statues not targeting. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it does get revealed with the tricks there.
This kind of will secure everything, finding this Explorer here.
Ooh, gets the pellet stun.
So basically what he did is kind of forcing you either take the stun or... You take the stun or I'm going to get a hit on you. Like a chip hit on you. Seer's there. Good dodge, good dodge.
Oh,
okay.
Sadly.
Now
Did
now
not
he's on
manage to dodge it again. That's really unfortunate. Ching is doing an absolutely amazing job. Ching is definitely one of those hunters that is able to play pretty much every hunter we have seen. Their X-Boy being absolutely amazing call for this. We have seen a great Blood Queen round. We are seeing a great Sculptor round too. Is there anything Ching cannot play? I am really wondering at this point. This was a beautiful 4-man elimination. There was not a lot Vendetta could do, even though, like you said, Vendetta did have a a very favorable spawn here, especially with the priestess and the first officer being ruins and the explorer being away from that, and the seer too. So yeah, really well played from Ching once again.
Yeah, and the one thing that's really hard against a sculptor is when the survivors do decide to go for the rescue. A lot of times, what's been very common is you'll either go for a stun rescue, or you just won't rescue at all, or do a rescue right after half, because Sculptor's camping is pretty decent, not gonna lie. Her camping's decent, especially at max presence, it's very good. Let's see, what else? There was something else. Yeah, her chase becomes a lot better at full presence. So the reason why you would only do one or no rescues is to try to keep the presence down, and then you just keep regrouping and not let the sculptor target anybody. That's kind of how she's been played out in like China tournaments, as kind of the overall strategy, the counter strategy against her, which is kind of something that's like you could see over the course of IVL, the survivors were starting to figure that out. But I think kind of the ultimate downfall was, I mean, obviously the stuff rescue.
Yeah.
That's why that kind of once that happened, things were, while it wasn't a super long kite first, it wasn't terrible either. Just the stuff secured things for Ching, so he was able to snowball and play on both offense and defense at the same time with his spike. So just a couple of things to think about there.
Yeah, no, exactly. That one stuff. I mean, of course, there was a possibility for Vendetta to come back from the Priestess Guide. We saw the Seer was able to pop his scythe, the Explorer was able to get a page, so they were not in terrible shape. It was still anyone's game at that point, and it really came down to that rescue. So the fact that they did manage to stuff that one, that was just huge.
Yeah, for sure. I guess now we're gonna see what Idiot wants to play.
Yeah, so
So by what I gather, everything's been secured for LBM. This is kind of like a fun match, I guess.
yeah, you could say so. We're just playing this one to just play it all out. Like we said, both teams made it into the top 3 anyway. So amazing job from both Vendetta and LBM, and I definitely want to congratulate them both for making it into the playoffs. This does mean that Sus is the winner of Division B, LBM in second, and then Vendetta in third. Yeah, sadly that does also mean we have to say goodbye to both TVC and CCC from Division B. Also, I see someone asking who will be playing tomorrow. We are not gonna get a match tomorrow. This is the only match that will be played this weekend, as this match was actually supposed to take place last week. It did not, however, take place last week because not everyone could make it because of Mother's Day, and that's why we are seeing this match right now and not last week. We have decided to not play any of the playoffs matches this week because of the adjustments. There have been a lot of adjustments to several characters, especially several meta characters too, and we have decided that these changes are too big to just be able to be played into the playoffs. Thus we gave the teams a week to basically just get used to it and see how this is gonna work out in the current meta.
Yeah, for sure. Hype for the playoffs next week. Do we need to go to an intermission here? Do you need that?
No. We are actually just good to go.
Okay.
We're just gonna head in. So we are now seeing LBM playing Survivor and Vendetta coming in as the Hunter. We have seen an amazing round from Idiot last in Arms Factory with that Disciple. They are actually gonna come in with a Disciple ban, respecting Idiot there, because that was a wonderful round. Was absolutely well played. Idiot needed to get a 4-man there in order to tie the rounds. And that was exactly what he did. with some beautiful jumps. It was a very heavy...
Idiot! No!
Oh no, he's Survivor. As you can see, a very meta Survivor ban from the Hunter. Prospector, we have seen an amazing kite from Prospector last round. Definitely a hard counter to Disciple, even though she is banned. And then Postman being able to go out with his letters, giving out buffs here and there. It's just really, really overpowered. And then Thief, that flashlight. No, that's not something you want to deal with. So better just get him out of there. So
let's move back to the season 1 meta. Come on, let's go.
You're right. But yeah, we are gonna see Idiot play something else. Like I wanted to say, Idiot being able to pull 4-man against a very heavy and counter team comp, having to chase the Prospector and still managing to get a 4-man is really impressive.
Are we gonna see the photo? Hold on. Hello, my name is Brandon.
Oh no!
I had to deepen my voice there. That kind of hurt. I think I got it for a split second.
No, it's almost like the real thing. Almost the real thing.
I could not do that a whole match.
So unfortunate. Maybe we should just get him over next time. we'll just get him in there. However, it's not going to be a photographer. It's got to be an undead instead. Not something you see a lot in tournaments. However, of course, this round doesn't really matter. It's just been gonna be played for fun. But generally, Undead is a hunter that is not really able to get 4-man eliminations due to the fact that survivors can still crawl out of the gate when they are down, or they can just crawl to dungeon, and they can make a lot of distance if that's their first down too, even with the increased bleeding effect once everyone is out of the game. So generally Undead, not someone you see a lot. We have seen a really good Undead the other week though. Got a 4-man elimination, nonetheless made me eat my words. So Idiot might still be able to pull it off, you never know.
So this is spawn 6. So the two typical routes I've seen in tournament is either shack, like you're seeing here, or
that's just right onto the mechanic.
This is a great start.
Oh, wow, what a start!
Wow.
Trying to get the bot block off, and then Terra shocking the bot as well! No way! No way! 2 Terra shocks in the first 30 seconds. That's huge.
He's on a mission. Wow.
If he can actually pull this off, no way. Idiot really said this may be a round for fun, but I'm gonna go all the way.
He's gonna switch back to mechanic here. That's what's gonna happen. Go through the hospital. Yeah. He can actually navigate hospital pretty decently, I think.
Yeah, he does have those dashes available, and so there is... I mean, mechanic can do some.
No, we will not. Okay.
Yeah,
there's the second down. Mech is almost gone. There's the teleport.
Teleport onto the batter this time.
Interesting how I'm being better now.
Ooh, he got stuck on that edge for a bit. And that is gonna give the Percy another hit.
Yeah, it's all at 5 ciphers too.
Yeah, this is a really impressive round from Idiot. Ooh, gets the no attack recovery hit too. Idiot is absolutely dominating this round.
He swung and he was over 50%. That's what happened.
Ooh, and gets the charge. So the better is gonna try and keep the mechanic alive here. Will he actually be able to do so? It does seem to be the case.
There's the one.
And another down. There's still 4 ciphers remaining. The perfumer coming in with the thank you ping as well.
I know what he wants to do. He wants to eliminate the other 3 and leave Mech. The reason why he leaves Mech is that Mech is dead on down, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, basically.
So she can't get dungeon. Like, that's not a thing. Because she gets hit, she's eliminated.
Mm-hmm. So we now have a little bit of a human party going on there. Perfumer picking up both of her teammates.
Thing is, everybody's here.
Ooh, they did manage to dodge that one. Beautiful job.
Batter just vibing here. Oh, cancels the dash.
Is LBM actually gonna be able to come back from this early game?
That's the thing about
Perfumer getting the body block off! There we see the forward go down or not.
Down. Ah, excellent body block perfume.
Perfumer doing a great job body blocking with those perfumes.
They're all
Ooh,
here to
and
bull.
misses the dash hit on Perfumer. Tried to go for the Perfumer there, knowing that the perfume was still in the down. Now does get the down on the batter. So there we have the mechanic. Did manage to heal herself in the spot. But is she actually able to do something here? It's very unlikely.
I mean, she is in ruins, which is a really great area to kite a Percy.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the God Palette is still there too, so she may definitely be able to make a play. However, she's only 1 hit away, and it is a mechanic, and it does seem like it is running confined space too. Ooh, great use of that Magician wand though. That was a beautiful wand, and then getting the pallet stun right onto the dash. I'm sure if Juggy is watching, he's very proud. Is LBM actually gonna be able to make a comeback?
That's the hard thing about Percy, man. Is that even with that early game, survivors are still able to come back.
Oh, that was a long stun too.
Look around at the cipher progress. Yeah, there's quite a bit of progress on these finals.
Yeah, mechanic about to pop her
You know,
cipher.
how this kite is.
And there we go with the cipher pop. Wow, the fact that LBM still managed to turn that around, that's amazing. However, teleport is almost back up. Can he get the batter down in time?
We will see.
It doesn't seem to be the case though.
It's
Perfumer's
looking
gate
like
is almost open. He is gonna teleport, but it's already too late. Or is it?
Necessarily. They're not inside the gate at all.
Ooh, that barely missed. You can definitely get the mechanic down here, but it does seem, yeah. So that does mean the mechanic will be sent back to the manor. However, the other ones aren't dead on ground, I think. So that means they could still potentially crawl out of the gate if they are close enough. Wow, really well played from both sides. There was an amazing early game from Idiot. But yeah, LBM had a great comeback there. That was a very intense game though. I'll admit that.
Honestly. Even with that early game, they were able to come back from it. That was genuinely impressive.
Yeah, that was really impressive.
From the double terror shock in the beginning on the mech, and just being able to have the communication that you need, and they ultimately got the job done.
Yeah, no, indeed. So really well played once again from both sides. What a way to close off the last match before the playoffs. I am very excited to see both teams return next week, and I hope everyone in chat to see all of you next week here for the playoffs, because that's when it's actually gotta go down. We are gonna see the top 3 of both divisions face off against each other, and that will determine the winner of this first ICL we are hosting for NAU. So definitely make sure to check in for that one, and yeah, hopefully see you then. Also, thank you, Music Man, for being here today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. I enjoy doing this emceeing stuff. It's been really fun to, show my face around here again. Thank you all so much for
I'm
coming in the
glad.
chat,
Yeah,
and we will see you all next week.
yeah, definitely. See y'all then.